All right, guys, we're out here fishing on a beautiful spring day. We're doing something a little different. A lot of times this time of the year, shallow water is the place to be, but we're gonna try some deeper water. We've got a cold snap. It's a little bit chilly. Temperatures down in the 30s. Water temperatures are still pretty high, upper 50s, almost 60 degrees. It's wanting to go up, but then we get these cold nights, it kind of hangs in place. So I'm marking some fish in deeper water, about 35 to 40 feet. Not generally where I've been catching them, but we're gonna try it out here. We're gonna see if the cut bait pays off out here. It's been paying off for the past few trips up shallow as these fish are kind of feeding up pre-spawn. We're also gonna put out some chicken just because in this area I know there's a lot of mussel beds. So we're gonna get both baits out and see what we can catch. That's the kind of trolling bait we wanna see right there. Boom, hooked up. Outside planer. Good buried, that one. Trying to see if I can get him inside this other board. It's always a gamble. Ooh, taking it back. Taking it back, taking it back. Good fish, good fish. Nice, nice, hooked up. Pulled a long way across this area without a bite. Got up here a little bit shallower. And that's when this one took it. Good bit of line out. See if he's gonna stay to this side. Hopefully I can get him inside this other board. Wind's starting to pick up a little bit. I put the big drift stock out just now. It's getting on going a little bit too fast. I was up around 0.8 and I really wanted to slow it down. Let me get him netted in here. I think I stayed out of the planer. Drop down below the drift side. There we go. All right, he cleared it. Good fish. I see him now. Boom, got him. There he is, guys. Good looking female blue cat. 13 pounds on the muddy. Nice fish. The mud is gone off of them. That's a good sign. 30 inches long. Get it back alive. Yeah, I got out here and started this trip later in the day. It's part of the reason I came out to the deeper water. The past few guide trips in the morning, fish have been up kind of shallow on points, and then by mid-morning they kind of been dropping off and disappearing and the bite's been falling off. I decided to move out a little bit deeper just to see if these fish are out here. The stuff that's in the deeper 35, 40 foot water, there's no eaters there. Don't know what kind of fish. Maybe they weren't catfish, maybe they weren't feeding, don't really know. But I got up here a little closer to the bank. I'm up into about 20 feet of water, not super shallow, medium depth here on this lake. We got that one, so gonna keep pulling through here. It's a cut bait fish. It's like I theorized and said before, this time of the year when these water temperatures are starting to warm up a little bit, it's hard to beat cut bait, and I got a feeling cut bait may outperform the chicken today. Trying it dragging, it has outperformed it anchored, but I'm gonna try it dragging, see if it makes a difference. So let's see if we can stick one more. It's a heck of a good bite. Boom, there goes that one. There goes that rod behind me. That one looked like it came off. These fish, they're up here 100 yards from the bank. Oh, we got some slack in the line on that one. There he is, there he is, boom. Let that hellcat do its job. There you go. This is a medium action hellcat rod. Got some of the heavier ones, but I think they're a little bit overkill. This one's got plenty of bend, plenty of good forgiving tip action. And that back end does what it needs to do. Still got all my medium light trolling rods. I love those things. It's a little heavier. It just feels like a good fish, guys. He's pulling like a good fish. Come on, baby, stay buttoned. Oh, shaking that head. It's heavy. Hope he ain't wrapped. Coming in awful heavy. Coming in heavy. Underneath the boat. Wrapped, but he is not ready to give up either. Boy, he is diving like a flathead, but he's a blue. He's in the net. That's what we're looking for. Yes, sir. It's an excellent specimen, folks. Looks like a male. Let's get him in here. Take a look. Oh yeah, that's a fat fish. All right, there he is, guys. Upper teens, nice fish. Looks like a male blue. He's got a big mouth, starting to get some dark coloration to him. There goes a rod right there, guys. Look at that rod go. That's that big perch head. Ooh, look at him burying it. Look at that, look at that. That's your buddy out there doing that, by the way. Look at that. Gotta get this one back. It's shallow, guys, it's shallow. We've had one each so far. If we get this one in, this one's gonna be on a cut bait. So it's crazy, I drug across a lot of water, probably close to a mile. And it's getting right here near the bank is where the fish are. And that's the way it goes sometimes. These fish are pulling up shallower. I think some of this may be because of crappie moving up closer to the bank, preparing to spawn. It's the way it is this time of the year. You just don't know where they're gonna be at. You gotta be flexible. The great thing is, you bank anglers, this is the time of the year for you to be on the water. Good little bend there on that rod. He's staying down. Oop. We're close to putting this one in the net. Oh yes. This is a fat fish. This one has one of those bodies that is short and fat. We've had a lot of fish lately that have been long and skinny. This one is going to be short and fat. There it is, guys. That is a 31-inch fish. That is 18 pounds. Look how fat that thing is. That belly is full of food, probably some eggs in it. Looks like a female. That's a great fish. Drop it back alive. There's the rig that one came off of. That's that big demon dragon. It had that big perch head on it. I'm telling you, I've got another video out. We were anchored up fishing, cut bait and chicken, and man, they killed the cut bait. And I think 3 of the 4 fish we caught came on the head. So it's cut bait time. These fish are feeding up. You seen that last fish, man. That belly was huge on it. The females are, you know, building up for the spawn here in a couple months. The males are, you know, they're coming out of their slow period. They're feeding. They're getting ready to get on to each other. So it's a good time for you guys that fish on the bank. You see how close we are to the bank here. You can be putting baits out here and catching these fish. They are moving through these areas shallower. Not there all the time. It's not, you know, constant. But during the day, especially low light periods, you know, sunrise, sunset, you can get on some of these fish. So get out and fish. Guys, I think there's a chicken bait going. I was literally just got through saying that and was getting ready to reel some of these rods in and actually go back and reset, and chicken rod went off. I've still got the rod from the fish a minute ago out of the water, as is this one from the big bellied one. And now I got this fish coming in. This fish isn't as big, but man, what a bite. This may be a channel. This may be the first channel I've caught in several trips. Yes, it is. Got me a channel cat finally. I've been wondering where these things are. I think he's hooked good enough to make it in the boat. Oh, bumped his head, bumped the chicken. Got him. It's a decent channel cat for this lake. Another fish. It's up close to the bank. Again, you bank anglers, you can be popping these fish, getting some golden color. They'll be spawning here in a couple months too. They're going through the same thing. Channel cats, their metabolism picks up very quickly. The hotter it gets, the more they feed. And 60-degree water ain't bad. It's gonna get warmer though, day by day, especially if we start to get some warm nights. Get that one back alive.